time ago when I was a kid, it was survival. It was that the black belts looked for blood, and I don't even think they even looked for technique back then. Honestly, they wanted to see if you could withstand 10 fresh black belts fighting, right? I could be wrong, but I was a kid. So to me, it was just like kill or be killed, right? Were you tough enough to be a black belt? I'm not looking for you guys, I'm not telling you to hit light, but I'm not looking for you guys to smash each other's faces and get a concussion or anything like that, right? It's about 4 things. Offense, defense, heart, and conditioning. Offense, defense, heart, and conditioning. Are you putting together nice stuff? If they're coming at you, are you defending and countering? Are you making your angles? You understand? You don't give up, you're not dying out of breath, right? That's what I'm looking for. You guys got it? I also don't want people walking out of here with migraines. You understand? Right. Who said ready? Off to the side. Richie, Salgado. First round, Richie. Test him for your black belt. Yeah. Ready and go. Into your fighter, Richie. Give a round of applause. By the way, Richie, I passed her in the first round. Good job. Okay. Ready? Hit your chest. Go.
Nice, Richie. That's it. Answer back. Answer back, Richie. Answer back.
Guys, no coaching, okay? Let him be. This is his time.
Hero. Please. Oh, you good? I'm sorry, bro.
Don't worry, Rich. Yeah.
Hey.
He's still your friend.
Don't love, Richie. Don't love.
Breathe.
up. Ready, go.
Breathe.
I would like you to fight your sister next round.
Breathe.
Seconds. Alright, give them a round. Great, keep on taking a break. Take a quick break. You got 2 more rounds to do, okay?
Hey.
Respect each other now. Okay, ready? Switch gloves. And go. No, that's it.
You got it. Go.
Now back ahead.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Savage, you see.
Let's go.
Ugh.
No coaching, no coaching. I want no coaching today. I want everyone to have their own day.
Let's go.
Going.
Christian, do you have your gear? Get it on, please. Fighting
30 seconds.
Ugh. Seconds. Ugh.
This is your 10th and final round. Let's give him a round of applause. Fifth. We're doing 2-minute round. This is your last round.
Ugh.
What's it say?
I'll tell you now. So, you passed your test.
What's it say?
Woo!
Finish strong.
What's it say?
You've already earned your black belt. Now finish this round good.
Ugh.
What's it say?
Face,
What's it say?
face each other about Oos.
What?
Last round. Are you ready, Senpai Salgado?
What's it say?
Woo!
Give him a round of applause.
Woo!
Alicia. And then Josh's feet. You're going the last round. No person. 1 minute.
Don't stop.
Seconds.
Let's go.
Bandit tap. Come on, Rich, finish strong.
Good
Attention.
job.
Hey.
Everyone, congratulate graduate's newest senpai. Give him a round of
Woo!
applause.
Good job, Richy.
Congratulations, senpai.
Who's in tape?
I think you did an amazing job. There are things that I'm going to go over with you that I think you could tweak, but altogether, the majority of your 5 rounds, I pass you.
Who's in tape?
Good.
I'll talk to you about what you need to fix.
Good senpai.
Wait for the bell until afterwards.
Tape.
All right, Alicia, you do it. Get on the spot. Christian, jump on the spot. Joshua, can you please come up here again? I'm sorry.
Who's in tape? Who's in tape? Who's Joshua? Who's Joshua? Who's Joshua?
About loose. With my honor, I'm very proud. I've been some black belts, but I want to first make official my first Joshua. Come on. Everyone about who's Joshua? You know, also too, you can say that, but I have no doubt about it. I understand. Actually, guys, hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Wednesday.
I could say I've known Richy for about definitely over 30 years now, right? For those of you that don't know, Sensei, myself, Richy, we all started at Tiger Schulmann's location in Spring Valley Marketplace many years ago, over 30 years ago. And the funny fact that I just learned recently, and I know I'm not really spoiling this, but Richy and I both passed our black belt test in the same year, back in 1996, right? Richy is someone that I remember from when we were kids. We were part of a group of kids that really trained to try to be the best on the mat. There wasn't somebody that didn't bring their best onto the mat. Everybody came in looking to try to outshine the person that was standing next to them. This was back in the day when kids, we would line up by our ranks, and if you were in a blue belt next to a yellow belt, you had no problem trying to outshine the yellow belt, and so forth and so forth. If you guys don't know this, Richy took some time off after, when he went into his teenage years, I think it was. And Richy is someone that I could say this, that I kept in touch with over the years, whether it being AOL Instant Messenger. There was this thing back in the day called MySpace that we don't need to get into, that we were friends on. And something that he and I always saw was that we always kept in touch about martial arts. And then eventually, a little over a decade ago, I'd run into Richy in Nyack every now and then after a late night. And I'd see him, he'd see me, how's it going, you still training? And I'd always ask him to come back and train. Richy would always say, sure, one day, one of these days. And then one day I walked into the school and Richy was here. And what I didn't know was that Richy did something that was very courageous. Richy decided that he didn't want to come in as a black belt. He'd been gone for so long, the curriculum was different. He gave his black belt to Sensei and said, I want to start over from the beginning. Which I could promise you a lot of people, 9 out of 10 people, they won't take that route. They want to hold on to, I was a black belt, I'm going to continue to be a black belt. I've watched Richy over the past few years really, really blossom. I feel like this time around means so much more to you because not only are you doing it in your adulthood and you're really getting the chance to kind of like enjoy what we teach on the mat, but you yourself became an instructor as well. And for those of you guys that have never taught martial arts before, it can be a very daunting experience. But they say if you teach something, you're learning it twice. You're becoming a better martial artist as you're an instructor. I've watched you do so. I've watched you overcome a lot of things, whether it being claustrophobic with grappling, to making sure that your head movement felt up to your liking. I couldn't be prouder of you, seriously. Like I said, you're one of my oldest friends, realistically speaking. A lot of my friends that I have are from martial arts, but not a lot of them can I say I've known for 30 years. Sensei is one of them, and you as well. I'm immensely proud of you. Like seriously, you are someone that I'm very proud to watch teach on the mat. Watching you train is always inspirational for me because you always have a positive mentality and a positive attitude. And I know that anybody that learns martial arts from you is going to be getting the highest level of love and care for this mat. So congratulations. Okay?
Who's Joshua?
Josh used to be.
You know, how important it was for everybody to make it out for this night because of how rare and special it is to see somebody see it the whole journey through, right? Go from start to finish, white to black. That being said, it's incredibly rare for us to have somebody do it twice. A little over a decade ago, Richy came in here, introduced himself to me, and he was like, oh, are you Joshua Nicholas' little sister? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I know your brother from way back when. Just kind of left it at that. I went home, saw my brother, I was like, do you know this guy named Richy Salgado? And he's like, yeah. He came to the school today? I was like, yeah, he did. He's like, you don't know Richy, do you? Richy was like one of the coolest guys back in the day. He was an amazing black belt. He actually showed me this video that Richy created that had like him do a jump spinning hook kick and like was catching all the crazy angles. And I was like, wow, he never told me that. Right? For me, one of the most important attributes of a black belt is humility, and I think that Richy really personifies that. From coming back in his second time around to 10 years later, Richy's always the person that, I don't want to say he's down on himself, but he never overshines, right? And I mean that in a way that Richy is always there looking to gain more experience, looking to gain more knowledge from whomever it is on the mat. For me as a kid, like I said, 10 years ago, I was just barely out of high school. You know, Richy had no problems coming to me, asking me questions, how to get better. I've seen Richy shine through as somebody who, you know, I'd always say, you know, this guy knows more than you. Why is he asking me these questions, right? But that's somebody who really, really is a black belt, has no ego, is willing to step aside, go toe-to-toe with any single person on the mat, and just be themselves, right? Be the best martial artist and strive to be that person for everybody, alongside everybody on the mat. Richy's grown from an amazing student to an amazing instructor in just a short period of time. And that's really just coming through his dedication. Every single class that he teaches, you can see that dedication and passion that he has for martial arts. And that's making us around him, his students, all better for it. I've seen Richy step out of his comfort zone. Y'all know grappling was never something that Richy wanted to do, but it's also something that he never really strayed away from either. Coming back, second time around as a black belt, learning a new discipline is really, really hard to do, especially as an adult. Well, once again, Richy never shied away from that challenge, came through it, I'm sure, because I've seen it, him inspire a whole new gang of people to try grappling. Whole new strap of people. Abby tries grappling now, right? Abby's competed in grappling. Richy competes in almost every single tournament, despite being the underdog every single time by his weight disadvantages, but he comes out a stronger and better fighter for it. And there's nobody else that I could think of that's more deserving to receive this black belt again.
Who's Joshua?
Old student of Tiger Schulmann's karate that I trained with as a kid came into my office. Richy. We had a conversation with you coming back. What most people don't know, as you heard tonight, is Richy is still a Tiger Schulmann's karate black belt. But I don't remember our entire conversation, Richy, but I remember one thing. I explained to him that even though you still karate black belt, our system is much different. And unfortunately, you would have to start back at white belt if you come back. Again, the reason is because our system is so much different. We do a mixed martial art today, not karate, so it's way different. And I knew, Richy, you were much different than most people right there, because without hesitation, you said yes. Richy came in with the great empty cup mentality. You guys don't know what that means? I'll explain it afterwards. He would train the average amount, but as time went on, that average amount became an obsessed amount. He was pretty much here every day except for Fridays, but then when we entered the advanced class, you were right here at that time. You were training multiple classes each day, all week. But your technique was always that karate. You still had it in you. That's okay. You know, it took a while, but slowly but surely, that karate technique started going away, and it was more of a kickboxing technique. You looked more of a kickboxer over time than a karate guy. As the years progressed, seeing you through social media, I don't know if you guys know this, but you know, as someone that's obsessed, you continue to do things. So Richy set up his own dojo at home, and I would always see it on social media. He would always do things without me asking him to do, and that's like really the best thing, right? Because like if you want to be great, you got to do great things. You got to keep doing things even when you're told not to do it, right? Richy's very talented, but you had an amazing attitude. That was the best part, both on and off the mat. But Richy never saw himself the way that I saw him. That was always my biggest battle with you. You never saw how great you were, you know, the way that I saw you. You'd always second guess yourself. Never really at that point, right? I always told him, I wish you saw yourself like I see you. And when I became an owner here in 2014, for a very long time, I was the instructor, the manager, the person that answered the phone calls, the janitor, you name it. And then one day I was in a meeting at my headquarters, and Master Tiger Schulmann was presenting an instructorship program to us, where it would alleviate some stress and other students would learn from other people. And while I was in the meeting, I was listening to Schulmann, and Richy, you were one of the very first people that I thought of immediately when Schulmann was talking. You know, because the way that I see you, you're talented, you're hardworking, you have compassion for others, you're very caring, you love to train, and you love to help people. So that's the perfect combination for what an instructor should be like. Of course, when I asked you, you were hesitant. But then you accepted the invitation to join my instructor program. And over the past few years, I've really seen you grow, Richy. You as an instructor, but also mainly as a martial artist. I also think it's because you became an instructor, your confidence blossoms. I don't know if you know that, but because you teach all the time, you're becoming better. That's why teaching is the best, because you become the best student. Stop second guessing yourself. When I would watch your classes, you really took charge. I love the way you explain things, and you always came up with creative ways how to explain the technique. Still, just your confidence was just not there yet. But Richy competes all the time, twice a year, every year. And I think it was the past few tournaments that really helped blossom you into the person that you are today. And at your black belt test, when you did your 5 2-minute rounds, I got teary-eyed, Richy. Not for nothing. I was really blown away in how proud I was of you. You took every round like it was your first round. The confidence that you displayed was not the person that I saw back in the day, by any means. And I knew at that moment, you are Tiger Schulmann's kickboxing black belt. 100%. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to stop talking in a couple seconds. Because I think it's time to put that belt around your waist and hear from you. But today, Richy earns the title of Senpai, which means older brother or older sister. This his knowledge is at a level of, if you were my firstborn and you were helping me raise the younger siblings, right? Your knowledge is much more than everyone else. And that's your job, right? Is to bring up other people. So I would like to congratulate you, Senpai Salgado, and I would like you to come up and earn your first degree.
One, two, three.
To keep it short, fortunately, the speech that I wrote, a lot of the beats were kind of already addressed by coaches and sensei. Yes, I had a past as a martial artist in my youth. I let go, mistakenly. But I held on to that black belt, and I thought that's who I was still. But as I tried to train over the years, when I was taking my breaks in my teenage years, the curriculum was changing. I was not as consistent. The gears weren't aligning. I fell off. It's not easy coming back. This took 10 years. And unless you've been living under a rock for the past 10 years, I'm pretty sure everyone on this mat and on this earth has had a rough 10 years. I think the lesson is letting go, seeing things from a brand new angle, resetting, refreshing every time that you're here. Every time the sun is coming up and the moon goes down, it's going to happen all over again, so just reset along with it. I'm very thankful for Sensei Bosick, my family, the Nicholases, the Joshi Nicholases, sorry. All of you are a huge inspiration to me. I'd like to thank my wife, who also joined me on this journey. She's halfway on her journey as well. I'd like to thank everyone for cheering me on and not letting me give up, because in the beginning it was rough. I know what it's like as a white or blue belt. Sometimes you want to take a little extra time right before the strength and conditioning, and oops, I missed it. Or you might want to accidentally miss a class, and then you might get that text from Sensei reminding you you still got some training to do. So I'm thankful for all of that support. And again, this belt is not just mine. I'm going to steal from Joshu Goot. This belt's all of ours, and just let's all train together and work out together.